Hey, I'm Mr. Pike, and I am a fourth grade teacher, and I wanted to talk a little bit about an important topic for parents that I think will be helpful, and that is checking online grades. And at our school where I teach, I've been teaching for 20 years elementary school, and we have online system called GradeLink where parents could check grades. But I wanted to just talk a little bit about doing that, and maybe a lot of questions wonder, a lot of parents wonder, Mr. Pike, what's a healthy amount of time, or what's a healthy way we can keep my child accountable without creating anxiety? And here's my thoughts. Well, first of all, let's go back to when we were kids. I'm 49 now, and if you're roughly around my age, back in the day before online grades, we had to wait, whether it was quarterly or trimester or semesters, to see our grades. And if you were in fourth grade I'm specifically speaking more to fourth grades, so this age level here, as far as checking grades online. But when we were kids, in fourth grade especially, I didn't even have letter grades. I remember they were just O, S, and N, and I'd look at all the subjects, and it was more broken down. It wasn't just math. It would be like maybe, computation, addition, subtraction, and then O for outstanding, S for satisfactory, or N needing improvement. So I just remember a bunch of those OSNs and thinking, okay, I'm doing great here, or satisfactory. It was a lot different than actual letter grades, which we have now. So that's one difference, which I think creates even more anxiety now, because they have letter grades in fourth grade, at least at our school here. So keep that in mind. Also another thing is you have to determine is what the goals are for your child. Maybe at our school, they have a little a trophy they give. If you get straight A's all year, they call that principal's list, and you can get a little trophy. Now, this was my daughter's, and a quick backstory here is that she worked really hard to get straight A's back in fourth grade. She was in my class, and I helped her with that. It was kind of fun. And in the end, it was just this little trophy. And some students have a tremendous amount of anxiety, I know she did, to get and earn this trophy. And was there good in getting it? Definitely. Is there anything wrong with working towards a goal? Not at all. But knowing from personal experience the stress that she went through at age 9 and 10 to get this little trophy, I would have rather had her get a B first quarter and get all that off of her shoulders and enjoy the year more. And just something to think about. Maybe your school has honor roll probably, or principal's list. And depending on the child, some of them may be overly anxious to get this. And what I want to talk a little bit more about is how to decrease that anxiety now at this young age, because it's a major problem, as you've heard and probably well know, anxiety for students once they hit high school, test anxiety, grade anxiety, anxiety in general over school and life. And I think it's starting at really young ages. And that's why I'm making this video as a parent, so that you can think about, pray about, talk to your child about that anxiety and be really sensitive to that. And especially you're at the perfect age to be thinking about how to decrease that stress. So this trophy again. I'd say it probably wasn't worth it in the end. It created more anxiety than it was worth at that time. And if you think about 9 and 10, so next topic would be, how often should you check grades, right? So at our school, we have a GradeLink, and like most teachers, I'll put after the test, within 24 hours or 48 hours, put the test results on there. Some parents are on there every day. The minute a new test comes out, they're on it. And some parents are a little bit more overly anxious than they should be, or checking it more than they should be. And that is going to transfer onto the child. Then they're going to look on it. Some children, it's the opposite. Parents don't really care, but the child's going online as soon as they get home. How did I do on this test? And they're overly looking at it. And that can create some anxiety. So I guess in a nutshell, and this is common sense, is just balance is key. And especially at the grade level, I teach fourth grade. I don't think it's necessarily healthy for a child to be going on every day, looking at how their grades are and over focusing on it. I think maybe a balance, checking it out once a week maybe, or a routine time looking at it. And this is just my opinion of what I've seen over the 20 years that I've taught elementary school and how it's changed. And it definitely has changed as far as getting online grades. The minute that came out, for us, it was roughly about 5 or 6, maybe 7 years ago, started getting the online grades as low as fourth grade. In third grade, they can't check them at our school anyways. But I've noticed over the last 5, 6, 7 years, this anxiety is increasing, and I think it relates further on down the line when students are in high school. And that's really, let's face it, when the grades do matter. They do matter when you're in your freshman year and they're determining their colleges and their GPA and that. So that's just a little quick tidbit on my thoughts on anxiety and checking online scores. I hope there was something helpful for you. If you have any questions about it or comments, please go ahead and leave them below and we can continue the discussion. All right, take care.